Hey there, guys. This is another candle. I know it's a bit late, but I only usually get the time to think whenever it gets late and everybody's asleep. I wanted to do a short video just to kind of talk about something that I experienced and kind of talk about how today was important in a way and also painful in a way. Today was my dad's birthday, and it's been a decent while. Not that long, but it's been a while since I've been able to actually tell him happy birthday. My dad, in 2019, on May the 8th, took his own life. And while that at many times is difficult to deal with, it's also very important to me that we share this to others in the understanding that hopefully someone else might not do this, and that, well, it's hard to say, but I guess just to say that you've got to think about the things that you do before you do them. It's not easy for family whenever you leave them behind. And I'm sure it's not easy to make that decision whenever you do decide to take your life. I tried a couple of times whenever I was younger. Obviously not with something that would be immediately lethal, but just trying with different things that might let me just go to sleep and not wake up. I was a angry, angsty, very ungrateful teenager. And I'm so glad to this day that God never allowed me to take myself out. I have a family, and it's honestly everything that I've ever wanted. It's the closeness that I always wanted after my family split. And it's the ability to be able to show my family love. That way I could grow up to be able to show others love as well. And one thing that I wanted to mention in this video is that, when someone's thinking about suicide, you should never ever turn them away. 2 days before my dad took his life, he sent me a message where he was saying basically that he was getting tired of things, and he was on the verge of killing himself. Now, I don't know why, but for some reason this time I didn't really answer him. When I look back on the messages now, I think, wow, how was I so heartless to not answer him when he needed me like that? And I still to this day I can't really imagine why exactly I didn't answer him. All I know is that 2 days later, I got the call telling me that he had just shot himself in the head. And while it's still hard to deal with sometimes, and I try to avoid thinking about it most times, it really took a lot of prayer and a lot of guidance from God to help me to move past it. And yes, while I still feel pain, that's going to be natural, I don't feel so distraught and so lost. God's pointed out to me over and over again that while what happened was awful, that my dad gave me a lot of examples. For one, how to love my family like a father should. Two, how to work for my family to make sure that they have what they need. And then he also taught me things through this that I might have not expected. Don't let your addictions swallow you up. He fought against alcohol for a very long time, and he was trying to use it to fight against his PTSD because he was in the military. He had to kill people. It always haunted him whenever the memories of the people that he killed and the memories of the brothers that he lost in combat would come back to him, and he would try to drink it away. And then he also taught me a very valuable lesson about what happens whenever you leave those behind that you love. You just don't want to do that. I'm glad I had this experience for the reason that, maybe if I hadn't, maybe there would have been a tough time in my life that all of a sudden I would have went and got that gun out of my room now that I have one and used it in the same manner. It's not supposed to be a really depressing video or anything like that. I know it's not the most happy topic, but it is a topic that needs to be talked about. We should always be aware of what others around us are feeling and what they're talking about, and try to imagine what they might be thinking. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just talk to somebody and let them know that, hey, I'm here. If you need help, you just call on me. If you need somebody to cry on, you come to my shoulder. And if you just need a vent, I'm all ears. I hope that maybe through sharing this experience, it will inspire you guys, at least one of you, to reach out to somebody that you know is in that position where they just feel like they can't take it anymore. Because that's part of our responsibility. And also as a way of, I guess, just having something to say about this day. Because I thought about it all day, and even whenever I went to the gravesite with my brother, my older brother, my little brother, my wife, my son, and my stepmother, and many times death shouldn't just be mourned over every single time. We should still try to celebrate the life of that person and remember the times that we had with them, that we enjoyed with them. Because if not, if all you hold on to is the hurt, you're going to follow down the same path. I don't want any single one of you to do that. I don't want myself to do it. I don't want any more of my family to do it or my friends. I've lost a couple other friends to suicide. It's very important that we pay attention to those around us, and if nothing else, just pray. I hope y'all have a blessed night. I hope this made some sense. I hope maybe it'll help someone to be encouraged just to, even if you're starting to get tired, trying to help that person, trying to talk them out of doing something they shouldn't do. Just inspire you to keep on. One of these days, it'll be all right. One of these days, you'll know exactly what to say to turn them away from that. God bless you guys, and y'all have a good evening.